Hello everyone, it's Diego Saldivar, a Neurogame developer. By the way, if you see those kinds of artifacts here, sorry, it's I don't have the time to fix that right now. I'm going to be taking a plane to another continent very, very soon, and I do not have the time to figure out why things are not working as they should. Sorry about that. Uh, you'll just have to deal with it. So, before the year ends, I wanted to give you a bit of a summary of what has happened so far, why I have been basically very quiet in the second half of the year, and what to expect for the next year. So, as I was developing with the Neurosity Crown, I just found out that it's not very compatible with game engines. And the more I worked with it, the more it seemed a bit more tortuous to shoehorn the device into the Neurogaming environment. So I just discontinued using it, and I will not be using it for the future. I have had some people contact me about maybe developing something for it, but quite frankly, I don't think it's I don't think it's the path of least resistance for neurogames, so I'm just gonna let it rest for the time being. Also, I was looking forward to getting the Cortex Machina into the market, but they had to delay a little bit because as they were testing their device in conferences, they found out that they might prefer to have sturdier materials for this headset. And so, in order to do that, they have to delay a little bit. Hopefully, early next year, I'm going to be able to try one of them and show it in this channel. But otherwise, I'm going to be concentrating on using the Muse device, which I have already presented in this channel, because it's basically the path of least resistance. It's cheap, it has a good battery, it's easy on the head, it can connect to Unity directly without any kind of setup required from the user's perspective. So overall, to me, it seems to be the best for neurogaming. I know that many scientists and neurotechnologists may say it's not the most accurate or it doesn't have enough contact points or whatever have you. The thing is, neurogames are basically toys. They do not need the most expensive, the most complicated, the most precise technologies for them to work. And what I've seen that many people have tried to do previously is to completely substitute the controller. But the controller is already very, very reactive and it has no delays. And it is also very compatible with game engines. So why the hell would be trying to completely substitute the controller with very limited technology? Unless you can undergo surgery, very invasive surgery, and you can undergo months and months of training, you cannot reliably just switch the entire keyboard and the controller. I just want to use what we already do have and integrate it in a fun manner. And that, I think, is the key word. If you try to make it fun, it should be fun instead of trying to get a bunch of numbers for a publication in a scientific journal so that you can keep asking for more grants, which is what most people do with brain-computer interfaces. That's the revenue model that best works for them. But it just does not work for neurogames. I have an entire list of previous neurogames that have failed because they did not think first of the gamer and then of the technology. So hopefully I will be able to show the world another way of trying to make neurogames and another way of engaging with the brain using a brain-computer interface for entertainment purposes. Right now, I'm working with an architect who is working in between Vienna and Barcelona. He wants to make an art installation with a unicorn. Personally, I think that the unicorn can be a little bit clunky, but I mean, it's interesting to be able to use yet another workflow to try to see if we can make something fun. As soon as we have anything solid, I will be very happy to show you guys. But in the meantime, you'll just have to wait. And that's it for this year. Next year, I hope to be able to make a Neurogame template for the Muse. I hope to be able to maybe do some workshops in game conferences around the world, showcasing how to use the Muse for Neurogame development, maybe a Neuro Game Jam. Who knows? Thank you very much for sharing my journey this year, and I hope to see you next year as well. Have a nice one. Do take care. Goodbye.